Hello everyone and welcome back to Milo Farms. Well, recently we picked up a new Traeger grill, and so we've been trying to learn all different kinds of recipes on that. We've done briskets, we've done all different types of steaks and hamburgers, and they're getting better and better as we've improved upon each one. So today we're going to be making a pizza on the Traeger. We're going to make a pizza crust to start with, and then we're going to take these vegetables here and eventually put them on there. So hopefully everybody will enjoy the video and join in along the way, and we'll give it a try. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. What we did is we took our pot off of our KitchenAid and we put a cup of warm water, and then we put a tablespoon of yeast, and then we put 2 tablespoons of honey in the bowl. And we let that sit for about 10 to 15 minutes, and it started to bubble up here. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get that set into the KitchenAid, and we're going to add oil, and we're going to add salt and flour. Okay, so the recipe calls for up to 2.5 cups of flour, but we're going to start with 1 cup. We're going to put it in here, and then we're going to get the KitchenAid started and let it start mixing that up. We've added our 2nd cup of flour, and we're going to let the KitchenAid start mixing it up. The recipe calls for 2.5 cups, but it says to do it to consistency. And so we're going to start with 2 cups and then see if we need to add the latter part of that. Alright, so we ended up adding all 2.5 cups of flour, and we beat it until it's the consistency that it's kind of sticking to the mixer blade there and tumbling around. I also reached in and tried to touch the thing, and when you touch it, it's not sticking to your hands terribly bad. We are going to go ahead and put it into a plastic bowl. We've greased the inside of the plastic bowl so it doesn't stick, and we're going to put it in the oven where it's just very low temperature, not turned on, but just kind of residual heat from being used earlier in the day. And we're going to cover it with a cloth, and we're going to let it sit for 1 hour to rise. Okay, so we took the dough out of the dish that it was in, and we cut it in half. So this is half of the dough right here. We put flour on the counter, and then we put flour on both sides of this dough. So we're going to set it down, and we're going to start stretching it out. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and roll the dough out. When we're done, we're going to want 2 of these that are basically about the size that they'd fit on the Traeger next to each other. So we might have to make them a little bit more rectangular than making them round. We also have a pizza stone we're going to try to cook them on, and so we want them to be able to fit onto that. So we put it on the Traeger at 400 degrees. It took about 6 or 7 minutes to cook. It's real thin, so it cooked pretty quickly. We're setting it on this cookie sheet, and we're going to go ahead and put the toppings on it. Alright, there we have our pizza on the pizza stone on the Traeger. It's at 450 degrees, and we're going to go ahead and close it up, and we'll check back on it in a few minutes. So here it is after 5 minutes. We're going to go ahead and give it a little bit longer. Okay, so it looks like 10 minutes was the magic number on the pizza stone for this pizza. So we got it all done, and we're going to go ahead and cut it up and dig in. So it looks like it's turned out real well. So thank you for watching Milo Farms. Remember, the first step to any project is getting started.